How do you help others? Have you done a good deed yet today? Some people might say Americans are selfish, but millions of Americans are helpful, kind, and loving to friends, family, and even people they meet on the street. My family is very helpful to others and has taught me how to be helpful too. Many people in my family have sacrificed their time and health to fight in wars for Americans just like you and me. For example, my great-grandfather, who was an animator and cameraman, created training videos for soldiers in World War II. Next came my grandpa, who was a Morse code operator. In the late 1970s in England, he intercepted and decoded messages that told him where the Russians had their weapons and bombers because the USA was afraid that the Russians were going to fight them. Once, when he was listening, he heard the Morse code signal for SOS. He found out where the signal was coming from and had the Russians rescue a Russian ship in the Black Sea. Even when there was a potential war brewing, my grandpa helped the Russians. Sometimes being helpful isn't as easy as washing the dishes for a loved one. It means helping even when it's hard. Think of a time you helped someone you disliked, like a kid who was mean to you. It takes courage, doesn't it? My family also stands up for their rights and the rights of others. My grandma married at a young age and had 2 sons, my uncles. She divorced her husband and attempted to start again, but no one would rent her a house because she had been divorced. So she found a farm to live on. Years later, she wanted to get married again, but the church wouldn't let her and my grandfather marry because she had been married before. So she left the church she had gone to in her childhood and remarried somewhere else. She faced many challenges as a single mother with 2 kids, but she was strong and she fought for her rights and the rights of other single parents. Sometimes to help yourself, you have to stand up for others along the way. For example, if you see a kid getting bullied, don't hesitate for a second. Even if you think an adult won't understand, it's best to tell them. And you know what? Maybe you'll be helping yourself and not get bullied too. My mom helped boys living on the streets in Colombia, South America. She lived there for 7 weeks and worked in a program that helped boys in Medellin learn English, music, and coping skills. She made a difference in their lives along with her own. Later in life, she became a counselor and dedicated her career to helping children who need support. Helping others almost always makes you feel a sense of pride. It feels so good to see someone else smile. I help others too. In 3rd grade, I ran a lemonade stand and put up posters at school raising money for my grandfather's soup kitchen. It felt really good to see people from all over the school help others that I didn't even know. Help others. An anonymous donor gave me an entire envelope of money with $20 inside. If you're out there, thanks a lot. I also helped make posters to place around my school for our school's food drive to the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. I always donate old clothes and toys rather than throw them away. I hope I'm not coming off the big bragger because I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying this to remind all of you that anyone can do things to help. To my family and me, representing America means helping others. Some people in my family have done big things to impact America, but the little things help too. Sure, volunteering to stay after school to clean the entire gymnasium is great, but walking a sick student to the nurse is just as good. Before you leave here, take time to be helpful. Throw someone's food away for them, pick up a dropped belonging, or just give a smile. Sometimes that's the best way to help, and that's what we need to do more. Thank you.